A new hydrogen blend test for Georgia Power is being called the world's largest demonstration of its kind, pushing the limits of how clean energy and existing gas plants can work together. Here with more on this significant this plant, is Ben Emerson. He's the principal research engineer at Georgia Tech. Ben, welcome to the show.
Morning, thank you.
All right, from your perspective, what makes this 50% hydrogen blend test technically significant compared to past hydrogen research?
Yeah, good question. It's a big deal. This is burning any hydrogen blend in a large gas turbine, which is what these power plants use, is a technical challenge. Just hydrogen is a very different fuel than the other fuels that we typically use in these power plants. The engines in Plant McDonough are very large, and so to do such a high hydrogen blend in such a large engine is just first of its kind. Nobody's done that before.
Explain to us how it works.
Well, so the idea is, you try to take existing assets. We got this big fleet of gas turbines all over the world that run our lights and our air conditioners, and we want to make those more fuel flexible. There's a lot of push during the Biden administration for clean air to do that, but it also fits with the posture of the Trump administration for energy independence. So we want fuel flexible assets to make our electricity. So the idea here is, well, how could we modify existing engines that primarily burn natural gas, but make them capable of burning other fuels like hydrogen?
So talk to me about the affordability of this. Typically, when we talk about clean energy, it can be costly. So what does this cost?
Yeah, that's right. So today, from an economic perspective, it's not viable today. We don't have the hydrogen infrastructure to run engines. The idea, though, what you got to realize is that if you look at these frame gas turbines that run these power plants, the lead times on a frame engine are about 7 years. And then you think about the R&D time. So we're talking about, potentially multiple decades of trying to be ready for what could come in the future. So really the idea is to, while it's not economically viable to have hydrogen at a power plant today, the manufacturers of engines, the utilities, the power plant owners, they want to be ready for what could come down the road if we do develop a hydrogen infrastructure. So that's the idea. Speaking
of down the road, could this open the doors for Georgia to become a leader in hydrogen storage or production research?
It could. There's a lot of activity in Georgia to try to establish the Southeast as a hydrogen hub, and Atlanta in particular is a big center of activity there, with Georgia Tech having a world-class combustion lab and it's Southern Power, so it's a big deal here. Yeah,
you said could take some years down the road. What's the biggest hurdle to getting there?
I think the biggest hurdle, in my opinion, is the infrastructure. We know how to make the engines run on hydrogen. We know what it takes to retrofit them. There's still some R&D there, but we'll certainly work that out over the next couple of years. So in my opinion, it's the infrastructure. Are we going to have a hydrogen pipeline? Are we going to synthesize the hydrogen at the plant? Are we somehow going to truck it in? There's a lot to be figured out there, just how we get the hydrogen to the plant.
Where do you see us 10 years down the line with this?
Where do I see us 10 years down the line?
Yeah, with this.
I think 10 years down the line, we'll have hydrogen-capable gas turbines. There's a lot of demand from other parts of the world as well to have hydrogen-capable gas turbines. There's a lot of demand from Europe for that, and we want to export gas turbines. So I think from the plant perspective, I think we'll have the technology to do it. It's just a matter of finding the users that have the hydrogen to burn.
Gotcha. All right, Ben Emerson, thanks so much for joining us and giving us that insight. We'll be checking back in with you as we go along to see where you are on this.
Thank you.
All right, thanks so much.